Hey, what's up guys? It's the Lego guy here. If you watched my previous video, you know that I own a Bambu Labs Carbon X1 3D printer, which is one of the best consumer printers out there on the market. It's also $1,500. Yeah, it's expensive. And it broke. So I'm gonna fix it today in this video. This is a very random video. Now technically, I say it broke, that's actually not true. The printer itself didn't break. What broke is this boxy looking thing that goes on top of it. Now, I should preface this with, yeah, the $1,500 printer didn't break, which is good, but this is also a $500 plastic box. So yeah, it's still pretty expensive. Basically what this is called an AMS, and you basically open this up, there's little like slots in there, and you can put filament in those slots, and then, ow, you have a little hose that comes out this end into the printer, and there's some like motors and stuff in here, so that if you want to do multicolor prints that just like switches between colors, like I have a multicolor print somewhere around here. So you see like here, how this has like blue and yellow and silver. This is all one print that printed like this. I didn't paint anything. I didn't do any kind of like surface work or after work. It was just able to print and then swap between the blue, the silver, and the yellow as it needed to, thanks to this handy dandy machine. Now the problem with this is that one of the motors, basically, there's some like kind of motor bits. Let me see if I can, my fingers! Down in here, you can see there's like these little things here that hopefully you can see from the front. There's like the little gray parts. Basically what these kind of like things are, they're meant to pull the filament in when you need it and also like rewind it when you're pulling the filament out to get something new in. And this one all the way on the right here, this one all the way on the right broke. It doesn't work. The motor does not work for some reason. So I'm gonna switch it out. I'm gonna put a new one in there. So thankfully, you can just buy these little motor parts. I have one right. I think I can show. Yeah, my name is not on here in any way, shape, or form. So basically, there's this is just a replacement motor part, so I don't really have to replace the entire AMS. I could just fix it myself, which is amazing. And this was only like $30 or something like that. So not bad at all. And I really appreciate it for Bambu Lab for actually selling like maintenance parts, so that if you do have something break, you can actually fix it yourself for relatively cheap. So we're gonna need our AMS. I'm gonna need this that I bought from Bambu Lab. And I also have this box, which is like the box of extra parts that came with the printer. And in here we got the two little Allen wrenches, and we need the little Allen wrenches. So yeah, let's fix a 3D printer. Kinda, sorta, maybe. Okay, so the first thing we need to do we need to go, I think we go from the top here. I think we go from the top. I gotta move this. This is what actually doing YouTube is like. You gotta spend 20 minutes trying to line up a camera that, man, doesn't matter. Anyway, the first thing we need to do is if we open it up and we look on the inside here, stupid lid, there's some like screw holes here and here. And we gotta open these because we have to basically get this kind of inner part out of the shell. And I think it's literally just those two screws in here. So we're gonna use our bigger Allen wrench. Am I doing this like a tutorial? I don't really know how I'm doing this. I'm kind of just making this video because I'm working on like a couple of actually really big projects at the moment. So that's why I haven't posted a video in like 2 friggin' months. But I already have to do this, so I thought, hey, why not make a video out of it? So, I don't know, this is partly a tutorial, this is partly a, here's what I'm doing. I don't know. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. But anyway, once we have those two screws open, I can pull, am I in the way? I'm not in the way, okay. I can pull this thing out like this. Crap. And there's two cables back here that I just accidentally pulled one out, but they go into this kind of little PCB back there. And we can actually just take this. Oh. Okay, we probably should take the screws that go in there, that hold it down, and I like to just throw them in there, because it's literally a box. And I say I like to, because this is, I think, the third time I've had to take apart the AMS. I had to take it apart another time, because something got stuck in one of the tubes, and I had to take it apart another time to try to get the box open to see if I couldn't like figure out why it was wrong. And it turns out the motor was just straight up broken, so not something I could fix. So we're gonna put that back here, and this is the only part we care about. So we need to get this little guy, we need to get him out of here. And I'm actually just I'm gonna open up this package. I'm gonna see what all we got. Little unboxing. My first video on the channel was an unboxing. This one's also an unboxing. This one's just a much more boring unboxing. How does this open? Oh. Okay, I found how it opens. So in here, that's just a box. We got some paper. And we just literally, well, there it is. That's really clean and simple. Wow, that is so self-contained. Look at this. Look at this. Is just one wire. It is just one little plug-in wire. That's it. There's nothing else. There's just straight up nothing else. Well, and I mean there's screw holes. It does have to get screwed in, but that's pretty cool. So we need to turn this over first thing, and we have to get this little guy. We got to get this little guy out. So let me look here, and I can see immediately there's 4 screws. So maybe, hopefully you can see it with this turbo lighting. You can see there's one there, and there's one kind of under, really buried in there that you probably can't see, but it's there. And then I think the 4th one is just right in that little deep dark hole there. Doesn't help that everything is black, so you can't see anything. So this one actually uses the smaller Allen wrench, which I'm assuming is just a normal Allen wrench, but I always use the ones that they sent me because I don't have any other Allen wrenches easily accessible. Oh, I actually need to check something technically. I don't think I need to check something, but you can't actually use this with all versions, because the old versions, this board here, so let me just get this. This board was different, and this only works with the newer thing. But I think when I was looking at it, what they said is like if you had bought it after a certain date, it would always be the new one, and I think I bought it after that certain date. So the smart thing of me would be to actually find out the correct one that it is, so that I don't, you know, fry this machine. But since when have I been smart? I also have to unhook the PTFE liner as well, which this is little PTFE. This is basically the tube. So you basically have these feeders, the filament goes into these feeders, and then out into this little magic box at the end, which I don't know what this does. This basically takes it and decides here's which tube it goes through anyway. But this little wiring is called PTFE for some reason, instead of just tube. Yeah, I suppose this is something I can talk about while I'm doing this. If you are looking at getting a 3D printer, and you do have the budget to get a Bambu, and I think there's even like cheaper ones now, but like if you're thinking about getting a printer and you have a more extensive budget, Bambu is amazing. Their printers are just a perfect, pretty much everything is just like automatically dealt with, like sensors, so you don't even have to really do upkeep, because the printer will just tell you when it needs upkeep, what to do and how to do it. Huge print bed, you can obviously do things really quick. That's another big thing with the Bambu lab printers. They're super fast, so you can do much more delicate prints. Like for instance, something like this. This Pokeball has a really low, it has a really low layer height, and basically what that means is that, you know, other than like the top, you can see the layer lines on the top, but for the majority of it, you really don't see those layer lines. And so even though I haven't done any kind of post-processing on it, it just looks great right off the print. And if I was doing that on like a normal 3D printer, like a Prusa 3D printer, which that's also a really good brand. If you do not have a huge budget, I would go with a Prusa printer. You know, that would take like 5 times as long, but because the Bambu lab printers are so fast, you can get them done really quick. On top of that, all the printer parts are like specific. Like when you get a nozzle, you have to get a Bambu lab nozzle. You can't get a third-party nozzle, which normally that's a no-no. Normally you never want to get a printer or really anything from a company that makes you buy from them. But the thing with Bambu printers are the parts are like so accessible. Again, like this whole feeder thing was like $30. And let me remind you here, this printer, this whole box, the AMS, is basically the only important parts are these 4 things, and that on the back. That's it. And all of that, they're selling for basically $500. So all of that to buy one originally, $500. To buy basically 1/5. 1/5 of that is $30. Now, if you think about it mathematically, 1/5 of this should be $100. And it's not $100. So that's, again, the great thing about Bambu Lab is just, yes, it's all priority stuff, but it is affordable priority stuff, and it works amazingly. Obviously, they're not sponsoring me. I don't think I need to say that, but I don't know. So I think we have to pull, I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out at this point. I think we need to pull out this roller thing. Just trying to get to this. And then, does it go up? Let me look at this. I think it goes up. I think I need to squeeze. Don't do this. This is not how it should be done. There's got to be, okay, I did it. Okay, so it needs to be grabbed like toward the bottom, like here. You squeeze and pull it up. There's a whole wire that connects to something, which again, I'm not super worried about because this thing is going straight in the trash. Okay, it's this one. It's this one on the end here, so let me disconnect it from the motherboard. There we go. And then, boop. Okay, we got it out. So we now have this. We have this dead one. And we have this new one. And the only thing we got to switch over is this PTFE liner here. So we just like push down. There's like a little black thing here. Push it down, pull it out. And now this is garbage. Let me put that over in the corner. So we now have our PTFE liner. And we have our new little piece here. So I'm gonna start by putting this in a little black thing here, and you just literally push it in and then it's stuck. And then I guess we attempt to just kind of pop it into place. Okay, I think we did it. I'm gonna put the roller in now, just to make sure it fits. Okay, there we go. It fits. This thing it's very wiggly right now, but that's because I haven't put any screws in. So let's put the screws in and see how it looks. Oh dear. Okay, I put something in wrong. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. I finally got it in. Okay. And I like pushed that way out of frame. Okay, now I need to stop saying okay. I'm being like noticing of it. We can now attempt kind of vaguely to stick this thing back where it needs to be. Oh, we did it. Okay. And then back up on top. Just like that. There we go. Boom. Now we gotta get the screws back in. So they literally just go in the same places that they've left. Obviously, it would be kind of boring if that's not where they went. Okay, so I was finally able to get all the screws in here, so we have this thing all basically put together, and now I should be able to just slap everything in the box. And then once I slap everything in the box, go plug it up to my printer, and yeah, it should grab the correct filament. Hopefully. If it doesn't, we're gonna have some problems. Oh crap, okay. I completely forgot the worst part of this. You probably cannot see this, but getting these wires back in this, because all of this literally goes on top of it. So these wires are really not as long as they need to be. It's not fun, but I'm gonna do my best. There's one. That wasn't too difficult. This one is the one that's hard. I'm always worried I'm gonna break one of these. And number 2. Oh, okay. Let's reline this up so you can actually see. Oh no! Oh, I broke something. Something fell off. That's okay. I think this should be easy enough to fix. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Crisis averted. I didn't break anything important. Okay, there we go. And then that just goes there. Okay. I think we're well on our way. Okay, that's nice. Check all my rollers. Alright, everything works. Alright, let's go get her hooked up to the machine. Those are lighting up. Also good. All 4 are lighting up, which is good. But then again, the problem was the motor. So, let's get some filaments in. Okay, all 3 of the ones that worked before, still work. I have this kind of green filament here that we're gonna, test out.
in slot number 4, the newly fixed one. Okay, here we go, moment of truth. Alright, now we gotta see if it will read it. Jeez. In case you're wondering, that's not anything being broken, that's just when the filament gets low, it gets really light, and it'll sometimes... Whoa. It'll sometimes do that, that's completely fine. Alright, and it looks like it read the proper color there, so that is a successful fix. So, anyway, that's it. We got a successful fix, great to see. Again, this is kind of just like a random video because I have a lot of big projects in the works that I have genuinely been working on since my last video came out. So hopefully those can get finished sometime soon, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed whatever that was, and I'll see you in the next one. Also subscribe, it really helps me out as a small YouTuber.